What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, and this is the awesome Cad Bane, Bracca from Star Wars The Bad Batch. This one is very cool. I really like Cad Bane. Think he's such an awesome character. We'll start off by getting a closer look at the packaging. We have this awesome image of Cad Bane on the side here. Nothing but barcodes, all that good stuff on the bottom. Star Wars Black Series on the side, nothing on top. And on the back here, we have the exact same image of Cad Bane. And we have a quick little read-up on the back that says, famed bounty hunter Cad Bane has earned his reputation as someone who will take any job for the right price. The rise of the Empire and the elimination of the Jedi creates a surge of business for the unscrupulous hunter. Hopefully I said that right. And this is number 12 in the Bad Batch line. That pretty much wraps up packaging. We'll be right back with Cad Bane outside the package to get a closer look. Alright everybody, we're back and we have the awesome Cad Bane from the Star Wars The Bad Batch outside of the package. Now there is a few different versions to this one, and this one's pretty cool too. The other versions actually come with a trench coat, but I gotta say this one is pretty cool. You see much more detail in this one, the full design of his overall suit and all the accessories, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Before we get a closer look, let's quickly go over accessories. It comes with this cool hat, which I like. Plain and simple, a little bit of silver on the side here, but overall pretty cool design, and it actually fits really well. And we got his pistols as well, and the other one is exactly the same. A cool little scope on top here. We see a little bit of detail in the handle. Really nice sculpt to this one, really nice paint application. And let's get down to Mr. Cad Bane himself. Pretty awesome head sculpt on this one. I like it. This is a separate piece. This little holes comes from the back. Tons of detail on this one all over. Loving his armor. All the paint application on this one is fantastic. Tons of detail on his belt. You see all the bullets and everything else going around his belt. Articulation is going to be a tad bit limited because of these hoses, but you can still kind of bend it. Makes me very, very nervous. Hopefully these are kind of durable, but if you're going to be moving around a lot, I can expect this to break, to be completely honest. It's the only major issue that I'm kind of picking up on. Tons of detail on his holster. Almost gives the appearance of leather, which is pretty cool. Then we get down to his boots. See the emblem is painted here. Tons of detail on his boots as well. These little pieces on the side are these little rockets, I guess it is, that kind of come off as well. Not 100% sure what that is. I haven't seen the Bad Batch yet, oddly enough. For a Star Wars fan, I'm way behind on the Clone Wars, and I'm way behind on the Bad Batch. Pretty much any of the animated series. Alright everybody, we had a closer look. Now let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, forward this far. Do get some side to side and a full rotation all the way around. This little piece here is hoses on the back. The little canister, I guess it is, on the back here. You can see that's a separate piece and it actually comes off. We get articulation in the neck, which goes down this far, back this far. You do get some side to side. And there's a full rotation of that neck piece as well if you want it. His shoulders go up this far. Goes all the way around. There's a rotation at the base. And there is a butterfly joint as well, which goes back this far, forward this far. And for his elbows, we have single jointed elbows, which go to a 90 degree. You really can't get much past that. There's a rotation, but like I previously mentioned with these hoses, be super careful. You can get a little bit of movement on it, but I wouldn't push my luck with these. Hasbro figures are pretty decent, pretty durable for the most part, but something like that, very, very scared that would break. And for his wrist, both of his wrists go up and down and all the way around. For his upper body, it goes back this far, forward this far, so very little movement. And you do get some side to side, and there's a full rotation there. For his legs, it goes forward this far, back this far. Not quite a full split, but pretty decent articulation nonetheless. There's a upper thigh cut. You have single jointed knees, which you get a rotation there as well. And for his ankles, it goes back this far, forward this far, and you have the full rotation out of that rocker. So pretty decent articulation from the lower body, restricted articulation from the top. Obviously, we can see that he doesn't have an ab crunch or a ball joint or anything like that. And down here, it's very, very limited range of motion for his upper body there. But you do get a full rotation at the waist to actually help get this one in a few cool poses. Even though articulation is limited, this one makes up for it with coolness, man. This is one awesome, cool looking figure. Before I pop the guns in its hands, I'm just going to put them in the holster, give you guys a look at how they look with the guns in the holster. Looks pretty decent if my camera focuses, which it doesn't want to do today for some weird reason. But yeah, you guys get the idea. And this one doesn't come with any extra hands or anything like that, but we can see that it does have 2 trigger fingers, which these kind of just pop in nice and easy anyways. And the only thing that I don't like, his thumb is kind of curled down. Now on this side, his thumb actually curls down and keeps it into place, and that trigger finger slides in nicely as well. But over on the other side, the thumb is curled over, but it's kind of back too far, so you kind of need to ply it forward just a little bit just to keep that in place there. Like I said, it's an easy fix, not a big deal or anything like that. Nothing I would actually take any kind of points off for. Just a minor nitpick that you gotta just kind of keep in mind when you do put guns in so that they don't fall out. But here we have it. Cad Bane in all its glory. Guns drawn. Kicking some butt. I like it. Just to do a few quick comparisons, here we have them next to a G.I. Joe Classified series. And this is the awesome Snake Eyes. And then also from the Black series, we have General Kenobi. And over on the side here, we have the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099. We can see that Cad Bane is pretty much the same size as Obi-Wan. A little bit shorter than Snake Eyes and a lot shorter than Spider-Man 2099. Now, Spider-Man 2099 is pretty big for a classic Marvel Legend. But we can see that Cad Bane is pretty much average for a Star Wars Black series. Now, Black series is a tad bit smaller than the rest of the lines from Hasbro for whatever reason, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Alright everybody, that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review for the Star Wars Black series, the Bad Batch Cad Bane. So overall, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. I think the overall appearance of this one is fantastic. Paint application is fantastic as well. The only gripe or the only issue with this one is the restricted articulation in the upper body. That being said, you can still get this one in some pretty cool poses. So I think 9 out of 10 is a pretty fair score for this one. As always, my friends, let me know in the comments below what do you think of my score of 9 out of 10. What do you think of this figure? And what do you think of our review? If you guys had to rate this one out of 10, what would you give it? And if you like this review, don't forget, hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. As always, my friends, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day and watching our review. And we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.